Good morning and welcome to NGC 502, Applied Informatics to Evaluate Healthcare Outcomes. My name is Sharon Huner and I am the instructor and course coordinator for this course. In this year, we are delighted to have an additional instructor who is Dr. Sabrina Casucci, who is a postdoctoral associate here with the School of Nursing for this year and has been my colleague working on a number of research grants over the past few years, so we're very happy to have her with us. She is a doctor in industrial and systems engineering, so she brings a very interesting area of expertise to our course. I just want to give you a brief overview of the course. I think you probably already know that this is asynchronous distance learning, which means that during the week you can access the materials anytime that you want to online. It is also a 3-credit graduate level course, which means you should be planning to spend between 6 and 9 hours per week. I probably will have about 3 hours worth of demonstrations and lectures and applications and kind of hands-on things that we'll do just like you would in a classroom setting. And then the other time will be time that you work on assignments and work with your groups and work on your final project. Now, each Thursday will be the first day of class for the week, just like we were meeting at the same time on Thursday morning. So I'll open up the course the week on Thursday morning, and at that point, you'll be able to access all of the materials in that week and also the materials from any previous week. The background in this little video is my view of UB Learns, and I can see all of the weeks that are in there, although you will only be able to see week 1, which is going to be the fundamentals of informatics. One of the things about starting on Thursday is that for this course, your assignments will be due for the most part on Wednesday evening by 11:59 p.m. Quizzes are an exception to that rule. They're always given on the Thursday morning. They start and open up at 6 a.m. and they are available until 11:59 p.m. on Thursday. Those quizzes are multiple choice, they are open book, and you can take them up to 5 times, but it really will be focusing on material that's covered in your readings, not all of which may be discussed during our course content time. Let's see. Now, there are a number of things in week 1, and I'm just going to go over them a little bit. So I'm going to open up week 1 here. And the first thing you're going to see is this overview, which you must have already gotten into if you're listening to me speak. The next thing is going to be the new content, which is going to look at the syllabus review and informatics essentials. This is a lecture, usually a voiceover PowerPoint, and it will take probably most weeks about an hour. That would be my expectation. The next section is the application of the new content, and there are 2 things this week in that folder. The first is an orientation. If this is the first course that you've taken with me, it may be helpful to watch this video. It's not essential. If you've taken a course with me before, I try to be fairly consistent with how I do things, so you're probably familiar already with how the course is organized. The second thing that's in here is the demonstration of the Excel self-assessment, and this is an exercise for you. It helps me to see who's used Excel before and who may need to have some additional assistance with it, and you'll be completing that, and if you have questions completing the exercise, you can contact Shahid, you can contact Dr. Casucci, and she'll be able to assist you with that. Now, the next thing that's in here is the tasks for week 1. Let me scroll up. You can see that the first is the assignment for the Excel calculation self-assessment. When you go in here, it will give you a link to the assignment that's in the assignment tab to the left of the screen. There's also information about forming your group, some instructions on what to do, and there's an opportunity for you to evaluate your experience. There's also a link to the sign-up sheet for the wikis that's in the assignment. So some of you have seen it in there, and until I open it up, it just looks blank. And then there's a brief survey about your health information technology experience, which you should be completing to identify gaps. Now, the groups that you're going to be forming, it's really important that you put together a good team of people. You will be doing a number of projects together, especially in the beginning of the semester. And you want to have people with very different kinds of expertise. I have put some restrictions on who can be in your group. There are no more than 3 people from any one program that should be in a group. It's really helpful if you spread yourself out over subgroups A and B, because if you have a group that's all family nurse practitioners, then you don't get the diversity of skills that you probably need in order to do the assignments. So please try and meet some new people, and you can use the student lounge area in order to do that. The next thing that's in the folder is the Digging Deeper section. There are 2 things in here this week. The first is the Doctor of Nursing Practice Essentials. This is a suggested reading for you, for those who want to know more about the essentials, the informatics essentials that are there, that this course is based on. That's available for you. There's also the Applied Clinical Informatics book. This is a recommended book for people who are very new to informatics. So if you've never used an electronic health record, you barely have a computer, and you really feel like you need a more basic kind of text, you may be able to use this one to supplement what you're doing. In addition, I have a new textbook that's recommended, which is this one here. There you go. This is Nursing Informatics for the Advanced Practice Nurse. This book has been just published by a colleague of mine, Susan McBride, and her co-author, Mary Tietze. And this book is for people who are really thinking of doing an informatics project for their capstone, or who have a lot of experience already in informatics. You may find that you want something a little more in-depth. But none of those things are required reading. The required reading is actually here. This is the Nursing Informatics book by McGonigal and Mastrian, and for week 2 you will be reading chapters 1 and chapter 6 in that textbook. So I think that covers the material for week 1. If you have questions, you may send me an email. I think many of you have already sent me emails. My email address is Heuner, Hewner, @buffalo.edu. Please be sure to use a UB email when you're sending me an email, because we're not allowed, faculty are not allowed to use non-UB emails for security reasons. If you wish to make an appointment to speak with me, I'm very happy to do that, but I do need to know in advance that you're going to want to talk to me. I can do either telephone or in-person meetings, and the best way to schedule an appointment is to send me an email and see if we can't come up with a time that works for both of us. Let's see. I think that's everything that we need to cover. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Good luck, and next thing to do is to go to the new content. Thanks so much. Bye now.